What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, and today we are moving off the Texans-Ravens film. We're moving into Chiefs-Bills film to set this game up, get ready for the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're starting on the offensive side of the ball, taking a look at Patrick Mahomes and how we contain him. If you guys are getting fired up for this matchup like you know I am, hit that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think is the best way to contain Patrick Mahomes. Now, I'm going to preface this because I don't think you really contain Patrick Mahomes. He's a very difficult quarterback to plan for. So what we're going to do in this video, because I think the best way to attack Patrick Mahomes is to limit his best players. I think it's the Travis Kelce, the Rashee Rice, and the Isaiah Pacheco. Those three as your primary focuses. If you can limit them and force Mahomes to look elsewhere, that is where the Chiefs have actually run into their biggest problems. If you go back to December when the Chiefs kind of got stuck in the mud on offense, it was Kelce being taken out of the game. Rice was still kind of popping off. But, they were looking to other players on the offense and they weren't able to make the plays. Kadarius Toney has struggled so much. Obviously, he's expected, I think, to be inactive this game, but his struggles were well highlighted. You see McCole Hardman with a fumble in this past game. You see a guy like Marquez Valdes-Scantling making big plays. I think those are the types of guys you need to beat you in this game. You can't let Kelce beat you. So we're going to take a look at this Bills game, look at some of the things that those three particular players did so well. We're going to start here with Kelce, and there's going to be a running theme throughout this video, and it's the way the Kansas City Chiefs attacked the Buffalo Bills linebackers. And they had AJ Klein was playing, a special teamer, a former Raven that was actually traded in that Roquan Smith trade. They attacked their weakness, which was their linebacker core. They have been without Milano. Bernard was hurt, didn't play in this game. They're down to fourth, fifth, sixth stringers. AJ Klein even got hurt in this game. So just kind of a contextual note, that's really where they focused. And you're going to see it. So you're going to start here, Kelce. They're going to line up in a little diamond formation here in the backfield, and he's going to leak out this way. So let's run it through and then we'll break it down. And you see he gets isolated there with AJ Klein. And I mean, it's just too easy, right? Like, this is a massive completion from their own 40, and Klein's going to basically step up, read that play action play out of the diamond, makes sense, and then he's got to run his hook curl. So he's going to immediately break right there, and Kelce's just going to basically just take a hard cut off of him right there. And there's nothing they could do about that. Like, that is just one of those plays where they're just attacking a weakness, and that one goes for, what's that, 30? 34. So just one of those plays where, going at AJ Klein, well designed, well run, not much you can do there. It's a different story when you're playing Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith. So you're going to see it again here. You got Travis Kelce lined up in the slot. You can really see he's going to run right into AJ Klein and then just break off of him. Another easy completion working up the field. So they made it a point that whenever they could get Kelce one-on-one against a guy like AJ Klein, they were going to take advantage of that. Moving on a little bit here, you get Kelce in the slot up there. And this is just going to be a blown coverage by the Bills. And this is the type of stuff that I've been saying for weeks. The Ravens don't make these mistakes. So they're going to start pre-snap. Let's see if I got the start of it. So Poye is this player right here stepping up. So he's going to actually come up from the split safety position. So he slowly walked up before the snap. As the snap goes, they're going to actually drag their other safety over. And it looks like they're in a cover 3 look. So at the snap here, you got the deep drop here. There's your 1/3. There's your middle 1/3. And Dane Jackson, the far side corner, looked to me like he should have been that deep third, but they're running that out route here, which would actually be this player's responsibility. And then Poye, who you drag down, would have the middle zone here. So Dane Jackson would be responsible for the deep 1/3, which is exactly where Kelce breaks. So this is just a quintessential blown coverage. Nobody's covering him. You got two players basically in the same zone. Not enough depth out here. Dane Jackson not playing his deep zone. Clearly, Jackson was expecting someone to carry him, whether it was the inside player. But this looks like cover 3 to me, and if it is, then he's got that deep 1/3. And if a catch is made by Hardman underneath him, that's okay. You live with that in cover 3. So just obviously this is just a play where there's no doubt on my mind that they saw this on tape. They're likely trying to attack the linebacking core here, but they actually end up attacking the safeties. But this was probably a tendency breaker where they know they're going to drag the far side safety over, and that's probably where they were trying to attack, but there was no one there, so Mahomes just runs an easy play. So you can't make these mistakes against Patrick Mahomes. That's the thing with how the Ravens play. The Ravens play very much a keep the ball in front of you type of game, and they cannot blow coverages like that. And it hasn't happened often this year. The only play I can really think of is that Agnew touchdown in the Jacksonville game. Other than that, they've been super, super steady. And this is a play that this is just physical football here. So this is going to be the bubble touchdown to Travis Kelce. Kelce's going to bubble out here, and then the rest of the line is just going to slowly work out. Kelce comes back inside, and this is one of those plays where if it was against the Ravens, you'd see Kyle Hamilton just busting up. That's what he's done all year, right? So this is just, and you kind of see it right here. He's trying to fight through Blake Bell, and he just doesn't get through. And Kelce does what he does so well, is get that yak after the play. So Travis Kelce was a huge factor in this game, and they're going to look to him a lot this week. It's going to be on Kyle Hamilton. It's going to be on Arthur Millette in certain cases. It's going to be on Patrick Queen in a lot of cases. The way they attack A.J. Klein, and by no means am I trying to compare Klein to Queen. Queen is far, far superior, which is an advantage to the Ravens. But they're gonna try to attack Patrick Queen with Travis Kelce, and they're gonna have to be ready for when that happens. So here, I just wanted to show this Rice play. First of all, obviously just a fun play. They're gonna curl it out here, just trying to make it look like Mahomes is going that way with the ball, and he's just gonna spin. Just, style points at that point. And this is a Rashee Rice gain. And again, looking at the slow linebacker play here from Klein, you're going to see him react, work upfield. And this is, again, just one of those plays where he's getting hit here. I just think there's too much burst in Queen and Roquan to kind of get caught here. But that's really what creates that. You see him kind of, does he go to the ground? Yeah, he does. So he just gets thrown by Trey Smith. And then Rashee Rice misses, works upfield. So just one of those plays. Rashee Rice wasn't too involved in this game, but that was one play I did want to show. And then we're going to take a look at their ground game here, because this is going to be a big factor in this one. And one of the plays that they have run a ton this year, I think they've actually run the most in the league, and that's counter. And so you're going to see the little counter step from Pacheco here. He's going to go out that way, come back. They're going to pull both Humphrey and Kelce. The Ravens are going to have to be ready for this. Again, this is any sort of gap play like this is going to exploit the linebackers. But they do a good job of getting Richie James down here. 74 climbing up to the linebackers. And, Pacheco working up. Obviously, you get the DB coming in from outside. And 74 ends up getting beat. That's a good play by A.J. Klein. Jawan Taylor just missing there. But that's going to be a play that they're going to run at the Ravens nonstop. They get down. This is the Pacheco touchdown. And again, he's going to come in and take that, but then cut back. So another counter play where they're actually trying to use some of the motion pullers here to create that space. And there it is. Just a hell of a block right inside here. Watch these two work. 93. Just right into the ground on the overtake. Absolute pancake from Trey Smith. So just something to keep an eye on. I think that's one play that they're going to see a lot. And what they're going to do with that is try and slow down the linebackers as they react to that first step from Pacheco. And then when he cuts it back, they're going to try and catch him flat-footed. Another way that they did this in this game is these toss plays. So you're just going to see they're getting guys out there, guys out in space. Pacheco's going to make guys miss. And I think he gained 8 yards on this play. So this is just where you get 83 in here making a hard edge block. Guys just got to get off their blocks and get outside. They got to set a hard edge. Their DB's out in space. Guys like Geno Stone, Marcus Williams, when they step up into the box against these guys in space, they got to make their tackles. The Chiefs feasted on missed tackles in this game. So that was another one that really stood out to me. And then you get another toss here. And again, same thing, right? So they're just getting guys out. You got Lawson. So this is where that play needs to be won. Lawson needs to get outside, force that ball back inside, because you get these big guys against DBs, and it's just easy work for them, right? And then obviously coming up, missing that tackle, creates that space for Pacheco to get it down inside the 5. So just toss plays, counters, they're going to try and move the ball outside, and it's going to be on the Ravens to really set those hard edges, make those plays. So that's really what I've seen in this game. Honestly, this really came down to a shootout, and we saw what happened at the end of the game. I thought the Bills did pretty well against Mahomes. They had a couple of key stops, including the one that gave the ball back to Josh Allen. I think it was like 8 minutes left, and he drove the ball for like 6 minutes before they, stalled out and missed the field goal. But it's just one of those things where I just don't think you contain Mahomes. I don't think you plan for Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, they're going to run every coverage in the book, do all the sim blitz stuff that they do. Not saying that. I'm just saying that I don't think you game plan as much for Patrick Mahomes as you do for his playmakers. And maybe you could say that about anyone. I don't really know. I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this. Is this nonsense to you guys? Super curious. But I think if you can focus your attention on Travis Kelce, Rashee Rice, Pacheco, especially what they do so well with the screen game and the run game. The run game's really come alive with Pacheco in the backfield. So that's just a huge area that I think the Ravens need to stop. You saw the Chiefs only had like 5 third downs, and that was because they were so efficient on first down that every second down was like 2nd and 4, and a lot of that was the run game. Pacheco running at a 6.5-yard clip. So that's what I think. Let me drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and hit subscribe if you're new here. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.